Have you ever wondered why it is that 45% of businesses fail within the first 5 years of operation? Well, I'd love to read something that Jesus said in Luke 14, verse 28 to 30, and I read, "For which of you intending to build a tower does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it, lest after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish, all who see it begin to mock him, saying, 'This man began to build and was not able to finish.'" In the business environment, there are many people that went in for different reasons. Some people went in due to financial pressure, some people went in because they felt they could make a difference. But you must learn to think on paper before you launch into any business, because your thoughts will determine your strategy, your approach will determine the strategy you have taken. There are a lot of Me Too products, there are a lot of Me Too businesses whereby people went in because they felt, oh, someone else is doing it and is succeeding at it. However, they lacked a strategy. So, the first thing you need to do is to count the cost of your venture. Whether you're a business owner or an executive within a business, it's very important that you have a strategy for what you're doing. So, how do you count the cost? I just want to share a few tips that would enable you increase your chances of success at your business. The first thing I would say is try to understand your product. What is the idea that you have? People often get excited about their business ideas. Oh, I have this great idea, I have this great product, I have this great service offering, and I believe people will want it. You cannot assume that people want what you have or that people would like what you want to offer. So the first thing is even understanding what people want. You have to establish a market demand. Is there a demand for this product? And one of the ways you can do this is by classifying your product. What product classification does my product fall into, your product or service? And by this, what do I mean? There are unsought products actually in the market that people have gone into, and they wondered why people are not buying. What's the example of an unsought product? An unsought product could be insurance. Typically, people don't seek out this kind of product, but you say, okay, I'm going into insurance, into the insurance business, either as a business owner or a manager within an insurance firm. So then you try to understand the consumer behavior when it comes to this type of products. If you say I'm in insurance and it's an unsought product whereby people don't typically get up and say, "Oh, I'm going to sign up for insurance," then you'd have to think of the strategy of taking this product to the market. It also means that you're going to find people who would typically, maybe a few people that would typically seek these types of products. So you'd look for them, people that are very educated. Then you understand that a lot of people are not enlightened about this product. So you know that within your marketing strategy is the need for you to have a plan to go out and educate people about your product. You must keep informing them about your product. You must have a lot of manuals and pamphlets that inform people the dangers of not signing up for it. So that's one product classification. Another could be specialty products. So specialty products are more like luxury goods. And so if you say I'm going into a specialty product or service, you know that it means that this person must have a high level of disposable income, a lot of disposable income. You know that you now have to understand your customer. Who's the type of person that buys this product? What's the buying behavior? So typically, I'm sure a lot of us watching this have not seen ads for airplanes. So where do they advertise? They know the people that have the money to buy airplanes, and they know where they find them. They know where their distribution channels are. So it's very important to sit down and think on paper to say, what's the product I'm going to into, what's its classification, what is the customer's buying behavior in this market segment. Another thing you'd need to understand is where these people hang out, of course. Where am I going to find my customers? Where do they hang out? And then you have to learn to show up in those places. Then, of course, as a business, you need to plan your business operations. Who are the people? Your team is so important. In fact, investors believe that your team is more important than the product. You could have an okay product and a very strong team, and an investor would invest in your business rather than having a great product and a poor team. So you must look at the competencies of your team. Dear business owner, count the cost of doing business. The final thing I'm going to say is you must plan your high value activity. Not everybody goes into business because they planned it. Sometimes the economy forced people to start businesses. And if you're more of a technician, so you're technical minded, you like to work on the product, you're creative, and you like to sit down and dream up ideas, but you're not prioritizing marketing, you are not prioritizing showing up where your customers are, you are not prioritizing selling, then you are going to struggle in your business. Because I always say that the life of your business is the profit, your revenues. Of course, we don't do business basically for profit. I mean, a good business should have a vision that's bigger than profit. You must be value oriented. You want to add value. But of course, like the human being does not live for blood, he lives for something bigger. However, he needs blood to survive. That's how you need to have profit to survive as a business. And if you're not focusing on the high value activities, if you're not focusing on going out to meet your customers where they are, if you're not focused on selling, if you're not focused on calling people every day to tell them about your products or services or visiting the offices of your clients, then your business will struggle. So I just thought to tell you that today, that begin to look inwards and count the cost of doing business daily. Take care. See you next week. Bye.